Hi, I'm Chris Lord Alge, and welcome to CLA My Studio. But most importantly, welcome to CLA Epic. Epic is my new plugin that shows how I can mix with depth and translate it to software. I've taken my whole effects return path and put it into one stereo plugin that gives you 4 delays and 4 reverbs, 4 flavors of each of exactly what I use in every mix. Epic is simply put, it's an epic way to have one plugin that you don't have to matrix 8 sends and 8 returns. Boom, instant gratification, delay, reverb. You can have a snare drum with 4 reverbs on it. You can have a vocal with 4 delays on it. This actually gives more depth. All of a sudden, it's a new world because you can send any of the delays to any of the reverbs. You can layer effects and you can create dimension. And that's what we're here to do. So let's take a listen and see what we get. For an artist I produced called Bald Man, we cut a track called 2020 Vision. So first, I make sure that all faders are down. So we have it in a default position of everything on. And I'm going to show you how we add to create a sound. So we'll start by playing. Okay, and we should hear a dry vocal.
Now I was thinking, am I wrong,
feather in some delay.
am I right?
Okay, move to the next module. We can add throw.
All the things we could not see. Raise your hand, take a stand for all humanity.
We'll sync this one up.
Now we must practice what we came to preach.
Get this on quarter note, right?
Educate our children, it's all within our reach.
Go back to our first delay, and we can do what I told you about the offsetting.
Raise your hands, take a stand, and put away the knife.
And then we can go here to our throw, and we can do a similar thing there. If we want to make that stereo, we can make that a little wider.
Now I was thinking,
okay, one delay, add the throw.
or am I right?
Okay, where there's our background, let's add some slap.
Help them find their side to overcome all the
Blend a little bit of that flavor in it.
not see. Raise your
Move on to the crowd.
stand for all humanity. Now we must practice what we came to preach.
We get that where we want it.
Educate our children, it's all within our reach.
All right, turn them all off.
Learn from the history,
Okay,
struggle and the strife.
you can hear the flavors.
Take a stand and put away the knife.
All right, you hear here in the background, okay? So this is how we're setting it up. We add these all in. We can have those 4 delay effects, okay? So let's add some reverb on top of those delays and see what happens. So we have our sound of delays that we like. We can add our plate. You hear that?
Can I do for the blind to help them find their side? To overcome
You can add a little bit of room.
things we could not see.
Add a little halt.
Raise your hands, take a stand
Put it back.
for all humanity. Now we must practice what we came to preach. Educate our children, it's all within our reach.
Dry.
Learn from the history,
Epic.
the struggle and the
Dry.
strife. Raise your
Epic.
hands, take a stand, and put away the knife.
So as you see, it's all in the blending. Now, that's why we have the 4x4 mentality. So let's take this one step further. With the routing on the CLA Epic, you can send any of the delays to any of the reverbs. You can send one delay to 4 reverbs. You can send the delay to only return in the reverb. So you have full control. You can have the delay only heard inside the reverb. Let's route these long delays, okay, to our halls, okay? Let's just get those guys going and add that additional dimension.
Now I was thinking, am I wrong or am I right? What can I do for the blind to help them find their side? To overcome all the things we could not see. Raise your hands, take a stand for all humanity. Now we must practice what we came to preach. Educate our children, it's all within our reach. Learn from the history, and put away the knife.
So what this shows you is that we can send from our delays to the reverb, put these things set back into the mix, all we want, okay? Think of it in a musical way. If you're gonna send a vocal to some reverb and then send a vocal to some delay, shouldn't that delay kind of go to some reverb so the vocal and the delay are all sharing the same space, okay? Should the delay be so isolated and dry? Why wouldn't the delay be kind of sharing the same space as the reverb tail? And this is what I've been doing my whole life. If I'm going to put some reverb or some short room on a vocal, and then I'm going to put some delay or slap, why wouldn't I put a little bit of that so the delay, they're all in the same place. They're all hanging out in the same dimension, the same depth. If the delay is dry, it's here and very prominent and very annoying. When the delay is put into a little bit of reverb, it starts to settle back into the landscape, okay? So there's a lot of different ways that we can build this together. 1 by 1, 2 by 2, a 3 by 3, 4 by 4, and even just one unit at a time. And then look at our blend and be able to modify it.
I was thinking, am I wrong or am I right? What can I do for
Back to dry.
to help
Maybe you just want a vocal reverb. You can just go here.
to overcome all the things we could not see? Raise your hands, take
Maybe you want the reverb a little brighter.
humanity. Now we must practice what we came to preach.
Right? See, I can make it shinier.
It's all within our reach. Learn from
Add one delay back.
the struggle.
Maybe I just want to have slap and crowd.
Raise your hands, take a stand, and put away the knife.
So right away, you find yourself just digging in and saying, wow, I can make the vocals just sound like they're in a club with a crowded space. I can make it have tails that go on forever. Okay, I can put delay on reverb. So I'm showing you building blocks to Epic. I'm showing you that once you start to pull it apart and experiment with it, you find yourself creating dimensions and depth that you never thought was imaginable. So that just shows you how much fun you can have. So you can take 4 reverbs and say, you know what? I'm gonna make these all drums. You can take 4 delays, 4 reverbs and say, I'm gonna make these all vocals. I'm showing you that by layering reverbs, layering delays, and being able to mix them together in one plugin, we are now breaking ground and going beyond what we've done before. This is just the tip of the iceberg on how you can layer and create dimension and depth with my new plugin called CLA Epic.